Yes, the vetting of different cabinet ministers started, and I saw Joe SSENYONYI speak about this. He said these statements.
The person of the appointments committee is the Speaker of Parliament. He is the one who will determine how to communicate, but he also must give a report to the appointing authority that sent these people. But what I can say is really what has been in the public domain. Questions of law. There are clarified positions in the law. For example, for one to be government chief whip, you must be a member of parliament. Honorable Kasule Lumumba had been appointed to that position, but then she's not a member of parliament. So that was rectified with immediacy. There's also been concerns of people who hold dual citizenship. Some will hear multiple citizenship. The law says they cannot hold certain positions of responsibility, such as cabinet minister or minister of state. We are hoping the same way it was rectified for Honorable Kasule Lumumba. Now she was sent to a different ministry altogether, which doesn't bar her to be an ex-official. So for these who have got dual citizenship, because we have not seen them yet, they have not come yet, my hope is that they will not even show up. You know, that will be rectified, because it's a position of the law. It's not debatable. But also, maybe if they want to serve, because I've heard some people say some of these are very good people, qualified and so on, they can serve well in government. Who says they can only serve as ministers? They can serve in other portfolios, in other responsibilities. But maybe if they insist on serving as cabinet ministers, let them first relinquish the citizenship of the other countries, because you can renounce citizenship and say, okay, now I'm only a Ugandan citizen. Then they would qualify. But if they probably are not willing to do that, and people are saying they're very good, they have to serve, they can serve elsewhere, because the law is the law. You know, my thinking is that we should be pettifogging over other matters. Somebody has been occupying this docket, have they served well? Academic qualifications and so on. You know, not matters of law that are very clear. There are issues like some of these who concerns Attorney General is political prisoners. People that are in jail for 6-7 years, they have not had trial kick-off. That's outright illegal. You know, others, the Supreme Court declared and said the court-martial, military court-martial, has got no authority over civilians. Now, those people are still held on remand. When we went to the High Court and said, can we seek for bail? The High Court said, but they've not been charged before us. We don't know them. So they remain in limbo. Those issues have got to be remedied. Now, those are the issues that we should be quarreling over, not matters of law, to try and break the constitution and so on, because that cannot and should not happen. Afterwards, like I've said, the Speaker is the spokesperson of the appointments committee. He will give a report to the appointing authority and perhaps even communicate whatever the outcomes will be.
That is Joe SSENYONYI. First of all, I don't think that the vetting is taking the right turn. If I was Joe SSENYONYI, the leader of opposition, I would advocate the vetting to be done in the public view. Different countries, when they are vetting ministers, they put on cameras so that they can see the depth and in the knowledge of their ministers. For example, in Kenya, vetting is done in the public domain. It is like an interview for the public, because you are not only working for the executive and General Kaguta Museveni, but you're also working for the public. Secondly, okay, how can you tell me that the report is after the vetting, the Speaker of Parliament takes back the report to General Kaguta Museveni? The report must be discussed in Parliament after being given to General Kaguta Museveni. In that way, it helps, okay, even Parliament to see the depth of the knowledge of the people who are being appointed. Remember, cabinet is full of family members and those who don't know nothing about the ministers, the ministry they're occupying. I got this from the spokesperson of Parliament, Chris Obore, who recently has been in hiding, saying that after the vetting, the Speaker of Parliament, or both should take a report to General Kaguta Museveni. In fact, said these statements.
Lero, the minister, the vetting committee. The president awadikire balwa ku speaker. The speaker atavinga wa candidates byonna. Olunaku agenda communicate mu president. Buli nominee ajja ku speaker ne CVA. Let the speaker finishes this, they will communicate back to the president. Depends on how the process goes. there. But immediately it is done, it's communicated back to the president. That is a communication between the president and the Speaker of Parliament. If there is anything, they speak to the president who will announce the successful nominees, not Parliament. Because the communication is between Parliament, the Speaker, and the president. Welcome.
That is Chris Obori. He has been hiding for a long period of time, and I hope even the investigation widens and it's larger, because these are the people who have been benefiting on parliamentary money being set on private accounts in billions. I hope it's caught. But the message said that after the vetting, a report is solely taken to General Kaguta Museveni. In different countries, vetting is done in public domain. A report is discussed in parliament, so that the vetting committee can throw out and keep some. So even if General Museveni decides to really appoint someone who has been thrown out, is on his own peril. It is the truth. Okay? Secondly, we are going to see cabinet ministers who are not going to be vetted, like Honorable Kataha Janet. I know he's going to be in cabinet even without vetting. They will bring out stories that is being vetted on Zoom, yet is not that the case. So for me, I think vetting should be done in the public domain. That way we can see the depth and the knowledge of the people who are going to work in different ministries. Of course, as my opinion, I remain yours truly, Mr. Makendi Kabeso Maguli. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.